Hey guys, this is Fat Girls Rule, and my name is Kelly, and I had a request. I had two requests. I just finished the first one. This one's going to be harder. It's going to be harder. So I got to be careful. It's going to be hard, okay? This is from a subscriber, and I'm not going to say her name. If she wants you guys to know, she could comment below. If people request it, I don't, except for Charlene in the orgasm videos that I had to do. Charlene wanted me to do them. And she's going to kill me. But this is going to be different. This is going to be different, and this one's going to be hard. The first one I did was on pregnancy, and that was hard enough. And this one is really going to be hard, and it's really a special case. And let me fill you in just a little bit so you kind of know where I'm coming from. This is a subie that a bunch of us know, and she's a YouTuber. She's awesome, amazing. I love her. Love her, love her, love her. Watch her videos, blah, blah, blah. She is gay, and she has a partner, and, of course, you're thinking she's a female. Well, she is basically, has a female body, but she is a man inside. She has always been a man inside ever since she was a little girl. And so I'm going to refer to him as him and not her. So, out of respect, because he does not like to be called a girl. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I screw up. It's just, human. But, so, they're in a relationship together. The YouTuber girl is just the sweetest thing in the world. Now, I only got her side of this. So, I had to always be very honest about everything I say. I don't sugarcoat anything. I always am very honest because that's what will help you out the most, okay? If I sugarcoat and say, oh yeah, this is fine, put up with the blah, 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 and then you're miserable, that's stupid. That would make me ignorant. And I'm not ignorant. And neither are you guys. Okay, so, here's the plot. Okay, both of them were sexually abused as children. The YouTuber, it didn't affect her quite as badly. Because everybody's abuse affects them differently. First and foremost, some children can be abused and they never remember it. Some children are abused and they'll get mental disorders, sexually abused, and then it's sometimes if it's before 3, it's worse because then it could end up being multiple personality disorder and all these other things. If you have a disorder because of abuse, it is not your fault. Do not be ashamed of it. Take your mental disorder and embrace it and take it seriously and learn everything that you can from it. First and foremost, if that is the issue. And sometimes people have mental disorders and have no clue, so you need to get checked. If you've been abused and you're struggling in life, you're struggling in relationships, you need to go get counseling. There are counseling places that you could go to, and they go by the amount of money that you make and not just $150 an hour. If you only make so much money, then it may only be $10 an hour. There are places like that. There are clinics out there like that. Anyway, so both of them were sexually abused. The boy, because we're calling him, he was abused by men, and I think maybe a couple different ones, if I remember correctly. You know how my memory is. It's horrible. Trying to remember all the stuff that people tell me. It's a lot. But now, when they first met, their sex was wonderful and it was great. And the YouTuber, she's a big girl. A little bit big, not much. And the guy has dated other women, and they were slender. So, get that out of the way. The YouTuber, now she says that their sex has gone way, 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 way down. When she's still pretty, she's young, she's very, let's just say it, horny, and wants her man all the time. He's not there for her, and it makes me really super, super sad. When your man does not give you sex, because I was in a relationship, I was married for, like 3 years, or 4 years, and we were together for 8. He was 11 years older than me. Mind you, he could get it up at the drop of a hat pin, so that was not the problem. And when they do not give you sex, when you're wanting it, it's not that you're demanding it, it's that you want it because you yearn for that person that you love to touch you romantically, lovingly, affectionately, maybe roughly, who knows, it's whatever you like. When they deny you sex, they deny you orgasms, they deny you that chance to fall in love again, that is the absolute worst feeling in the world. I've went through it, I know. You start thinking that something's wrong with you, that you're too fat, that you're too thin, that you're not pretty enough. For women, so many things go through their head, and it just eats them alive. And I will tell you, and I told my husband at the time, I said, if it got to this point that I said, if you do not give me more sex, I will find it somewhere else. And I'm warning you. And I warned him for 2 or 3 years. I warned him that I would step outside the marriage because I just wanted a lot more sex. He was wonderful in bed. He did everything I asked, and I just loved being with him. I loved him so much. But my youth wanted more orgasms, wanted more craziness, wanted to be wanted. That's all. I just wanted to be wanted, and he could not give me that. He could only give me sex once or twice a week, and I know you're thinking, that's pretty good. No, it's not. Not for my sexual appetite. My sexual appetite is like my appetite for chocolate cake, and even I lost 120 pounds. It got worse. I thought, oh, this is weight, I'll wear cuter things, and, because I wanted to lose the weight for myself, most definitely. But I thought, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone, see if it helps. It didn't help. So all it did was push me away from him. It made me hate him and have no respect for him. And I eventually started seeing other people and was sexually active. And before, I told him, I was like, I'm going to start seeing other people, and it was so easy after I lost 120 pounds. I mean, the men were begging at my feet. And he said, what I won't know won't hurt me. So to me, that was a green flag to go for it. And I had very limited, I had like a lover. And he's someone I've had on and off for 9-10 years. And he basically is in between relationship type of guy. And we are very, very good friends too. And I love him to pieces. Not in love with him, but love him to pieces. And when you do these things, is very hurtful. Women eventually either they get bitter, they cheat, they'll learn to hate you. And that's sad. That is very, very sad. You have got to open up to her. You guys have had to find a way. It's so difficult for me to be able to sit here without getting feedback from you guys so I can know what direction I need to go with this. So it's very, very, very difficult. Let me tell you that. It's very difficult. So in my head, I'm role-playing what you guys might say, what you might do. You're going to have to find, if you can, to get both of you get therapy as a couple and get therapy separately. If you can, and that you can find it that's super, super cheap, like $10, $15. You got to make the time. The YouTuber says her boyfriend works like crazy hours and puts so much into his job because he loves it so much. He's an awesome cook and is amazing at what he does. And, and that is something to be so proud of, that you're proud of your work and that you do an awesome job. And, I give you, big kisses for that because I'm a fat girl and I like people that cook. But you've got to open up to her. You've got to do something. Because she's not telling me this, but I'm telling you this, that it will go bad. It will either go that she will leave you, or she will have affairs on you, or I don't know. I mean, she didn't tell me these things by any means. I'm telling you from my experience, I've already been through it. And I ended up hating him and being just, it was bad. She's going to end up leaving or something. Something will end up happening if this continues this way. So you guys have got to make time to sit down and discuss this. And you have to open up to her. You have to let her in. You know, things that you've done in your past and things she's done in the past, you guys don't worry about that. Because if he is with you now, he loves you even though you have extra meat on your body. Even though you're curvy, he loves you that way. You are absolutely beautiful. And I bet you have just as beautiful of a body. So you need to stop thinking that way, because the non-sex thingy, you're not getting enough sex, is eating you alive. And so, what else? If you need to sit down and write things down, sometimes with guys, it's really hard. You know, with my last boyfriend, he was like so easy to get to open up. And I mean, he'd sit and write stuff on paper. If we give each other assignment, like, you know, let's write on a piece of paper, what are the most favorite things we love about each other? Or what are some things maybe we would like to change, you know, little things, nothing big. Nothing like lose 100 pounds. That would be hurtful and mean. But little things like, I wish that, you know, that you would hold me longer after sex. Or, you know, things like that. That do mean a lot, but they're not hurtful. So we never want to do anything that's hurtful. Because all that leads to is arguing. You don't want to argue. It is crazy waste of time. You need to sit down, you need to be adult, and you need to talk about it. You need to make a list of, okay, this is, you know, and we used to do this, like with me and the bad ex when things were good. He would be like, you know, I really miss you, Kelly, and I am so guilty, especially now, of being so wrapped up in my work and my business and committees and fundraising and all this jazz that, you know, I end up, you know, not stopping and smelling the flowers, you know, and that's a big mistake, very big mistake. All he did was wait for me most of the time. So we had to basically, you have to work with your situation. And if that's, okay, every Saturday we're sleeping in for 3 hours and we're just no TV, no TV. Music down low, a candle lit, even if it's in the morning or from 12 to 3 in the afternoon. It doesn't matter when it is. But that you guys have time to just sit and cuddle or actually have sex, or maybe the sitting and cuddling would lead to sex. But no pressure to do anything but be together and to be able to touch and the hold and the smell. I mean, I love the smell of my men. I love a clean smelling man. I love, you know, and if he is in there taking a shower, and I need to take a shower too, believe me, I would jump in there and take a shower with them. I have no problem with that. Anytime that you could get time with your person is awesome. Extra time on the phone when they're driving back and forth to work. Make a dinner. We'd have it on the back porch. Have a little wine. Have an awesome dinner. I mean, he could already cook, girl. All you gotta do is buy the wine. And make some time. Make romance, you know, number one in your life. Romance doesn't have to cost anything. The most romantic things in the world are free. Because you had to take the time to think about it, put it together, and it's awesome. It's awesome. You've got to figure out how you guys are going to do this, though, because it's very hard for me to figure out what way to go. I most definitely suggest counseling, whether it be separate. I mean, it could perfectly be separate, you two doing separate counseling. Or you could do separate counseling and couple counseling. But you got to figure out something, because you guys are going to lose what you have, and that's silly. Because when you lose it, you don't have it anymore, you're going to really, really wish that you did something about it. And that's really sad. It's very, very sad. And a job is not worth losing a soulmate. So, we need both of you need counseling because of the abuse. period. Because one of them's a workaholic, and then the other one is down on herself and her body, because these things stem from child abuse. It's just so important. I cannot ask enough, because the therapist will ask questions, will give you homework assignments like, well, you know, this weekend I just want you guys to spend 10 hours in bed. It won't be that bad, but you know what I mean? And then you're going to come back on Monday and you're going to tell me how it went, what you guys did. And just say, and he may say, I want you to spend 3 hours in bed, but there's no sexual activity. So what else are you going to do? You've got to be friends. You need to work on your friendships and with each other and build awesome friendship that even if you're not having sex, you can have wonderful conversations. And so many people that are in relationships are not best friends with their mate or their lover or their husband or wife. And you got to be able to talk, because eventually the sex does go away and neither one of you wants sex. And another thing is that he needs to work on, and you guys know, and I've said it time and time again, love the bodies that we are given. Whether it be me, 350 pounds, with a big old baby tumor growing in my stomach right now that I got to get operated on. Love your body and embrace it. Embrace it. Embrace everything about it. Because I know, because, I mean, I'm not experienced. So I have experiences of things that I don't talk about. But, and it's more in, you know, I don't even want to go into it. But, so I kind of understand what you're going through, but in a different way. But, you have to learn to love your body. If you go and, you know, have your breast removed, then you're going to have to love the scars that come from having your breast removed. You know, but if that's the way you want it, then that's your right, and you have every right to do what you want to your body. And I do not think that that you're, you know, mutilating, you know, that you're hacking up your body. You make your body the way that you want it to be. Just the same with plastic surgery and women get their tummy tucks or anything like that. Make your body what you want it to be, but anything that you keep, don't be ashamed of it. Don't be ashamed because I mean, we all have problems with our bodies that we don't like. I mean, my breast, and I love my breast, they're different sizes. I mean, they're almost like a half a cup to a cup different sizes. I know how to make them like perfectly normal and even, and they sag down to my belly button. Do I want you guys to know that? Hell no. But would I tell you that make you feel better about yourself? Hell yes. Because I don't ever want you to think that, well, God, Kelly's got awesome cleavage. And I hear that all the time at the bars. You have the best cleavage ever. And that's even from girls. I just love your tits. You got the best tits. And they're just perfect. I bet they're like awesome with no bra on. I'm like, yeah, they do. Perfect. They just look up at the sun. They're so perfect. They're like, hi, Mr. Sun. Whatever. Like looking at my belly button. But, you know, I don't like telling you guys that stuff because it's personal. But if it makes you be like, well, okay, you know, Kelly doesn't have perfect breast. And she got a tumor in her stomach right now the size of a freaking mountain. But I'm loving my tumor baby, and I'm just embracing this time, because then I can pretend I'm pregnant even though I'm not. But I look pregnant, so I can totally like pull off that I'm pregnant, like totally, like, you know, like, oh, I need to sit down. Can I have that seat? Yeah, the baby's just hurt. Oh yeah, ma'am, you got the seat. You know, use it to your advantage. I always say. But you guys gotta get counseling. I'm sorry, counseling is a blessing in disguise. If you start counseling, okay, like him, because I don't know his name. If he gets a counselor and he gets a man and he prefers to have a woman, you need to tell them that. Say, I only want women counselors who are going to be understanding to your needs, and you need to make that quite clear what your needs are. That you are a boy in a girl's body, and that they're gonna pick somebody out that's, you know, either had other clients that's had that problem, so they know how to deal with it. They've already done extra studying about it, looked into it better. You know, always be very upfront. You know, they want to help you. I remember the first time I went to a counselor. And I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. I started asking her questions. Go figure. I mean, I know you guys can totally see that. And so I didn't know what to do. And that was like, 20 years ago. And I was ashamed of it. And so don't be ashamed of it. Go with it. It's nothing to be ashamed about. Be proud of what you're doing. Be proud of that you're, with this awesome woman. And go with it. That's all I could say. Just go with it. And there's always room for improvement. And she's a great gal. She's worth it. And so are you. Totally worth it. And you guys can make this into something so awesome. And both of you love your bodies. Because, fat girls rule. But love your bodies. Give what God gave you. Love it. If you need to change it, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know what else to say. I hope I didn't offend you, because I love my YouTube girl, and she loves you, so that means I love you. You got to be awesome. I wish to God they could be in your living room and hear what you have to say, and be able to respond to that, and go the direction that you need to go. But that's the only thing I could think of, and I hope that she lets you watch this video. I hope that I was respectful enough to your needs, and I don't judge. I never judge. I love everybody. And, except for my ex. But I pretty much love everybody, and I love it. And I'm glad that, you guys trusted me with this, and came to me with it. So I hope I helped. If you have any questions, or if anybody wants a video response to this, I really would appreciate your help. Maybe Charlene, Charlene always wants to talk about orgasms, but maybe she'll step up to the plate and help me with this. Any of you guys. I trust all of you guys. And as long as you are not judgmental, and that you are a free spirit like me, and that you trust and love God in your heart, and then you have something good to say. Because otherwise, I don't want you to say anything. I don't want you to be judgmental. I can't stand it when people are judgmental. And you have to just be free. You got to be a spirit. We're all spirits. We're all children of God. And we go through what we go through. This is our path. We've all gone through some pretty shitty things in life. And, there's things I've gone through that I haven't even told you guys. And here, look at all the horrible stuff you guys already know about me. All the bad stuff that's happened to me. And I'm still here. I'm still kicking. I take the negativity, the negative things that have happened, the bad things that have happened, and I turn them and I return them with good. So bad, bad, bad. Take that bad out, return it with good things. Like, you could do meals for elderly people that need food. And you could put together some awesome, wonderful, probably awesome gourmet meals for very little money and take it to an elderly person's house. There is nothing better than giving. Nothing. And there's nothing that will free your spirit and make you feel wonderful and blessed in your life than giving to other people that don't have the means. There's older people out there that can't even cook for themselves. They don't have the money to buy the food to cook for themselves, but then they just can't even cook. So make your situation, make yourself a blessing, and get help, because you're an awesome person. You're an awesome guy. And she's an awesome gal, and it's worth it. It's totally worth it to fix this. And to make your relationship stronger. And it's so hard, if you're gay, it's already so hard to find another gay partner that's awesome. And I have tons of gay friends, and they just kind of go through people left and right. And when you have that chemistry, and you love each other, be happy. Be very happy you have somebody. Both of you. And, because it is so hard. I don't know what it's like there, but I know in Kansas, it'd be very difficult. I have tons of gay friends, and it's hard. Most of them are single, and they don't want to be. So, I love you guys. This video is getting so long, and I hope it helps, sweetheart. I love you to death. You're like my little YouTube daughter, too, and, I would do anything to help you guys. Anything. I don't care what it is. I mean, really, what could be worse than the orgasm videos? That was funny. That was hard for me. And then plus they put an 18 disclaimer thing on it because my YouTube stalker, dislike stalker, probably like flagged me. I'm like, you know what? I used my hands. It's not like I had this vibrator in a pocket, you know what? And I'm like showing, you know, come on. But some people have to be idiots, and my YouTube stalker's an idiot. So, but, you know, I feel loved. And they didn't delete the video, so I thought, shit, they're going to delete this video. Yeah, they didn't. I don't give a shit if they did. I really don't care. They could, whatever. You guys saw it. It's done. Take them off. I don't care. Oh, yeah. So, anyways, I gotta tell you guys something else, but I'm not gonna put on this video because it's too long, and this is for my girlfriend. So, maybe you guys should go watch the orgasm video, too. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Go watch them. They will bring your sex life back to life. Yeah. So, anyways, I love you guys. Peace. And have a blessed week. Bye. Fat Girls Rule.